Alrighty, we're back out here at the beautiful Kenilworth area. We just parked up here at Charlie Moreland Campground. We've done an episode out here before. We're out here about 18 months ago, and if you guys have watched us on there, we actually did a film trip out here with Patriot Campers. Did a 4-day shoot out here, which was pretty bloody cool. It's about nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's getting a little bit late. So you can tell my voice after we've just finished the Brisbane 4x4 show, caravan show after 6 days. Our voices are done. I actually ended up a little bit under the weather, so sort of been chilling out, not doing too much today, but we're mega excited. We had to come out and start exploring the area out here because we're in something a little bit different today. What the hell is that? We're in the Ram 2500 Power Wagon. So this isn't your big Cummins diesel. This is a 6.4 litre Hemi petrol. So pretty cool. This is this is Mike's from SCD, OK Mate Touring. If you've seen him on there, he's been kind enough to lend us his rig. So I didn't ask for it. He sort of really he said, mate, just take it, go tow with it, whatever, because we've definitely been in the market for something else, whether we keep the patrol or whatever. We're just not too sure. So we towed it out here. We went from Brisbane up to Kenilworth here. And actually averaged about 26 litres in this thing towing. So I don't know what this thing weighs. It'd have to be 4.5 ton high fours maybe. I'm honestly not too sure, but that considering being the petrol, that's actually better than the patrol. That's probably actually better than the patrol, which is pretty cool. But obviously the main thing that's been my only concern about these things is the off-road capability. End of the day, they're not going to do what the Y62 can do. There's a lot of things that can't do what the Y62 can do. It's absolutely amazing. But these things come out with front and rear diff lock standard, a front disconnect sway bar as well. So these things can flex ridiculously. So, which is pretty cool. So the only thing is obviously things sit a little bit lower on these, but obviously this is not my car. I usually hate borrowing cars or lending my cars, but this is an opportunity we couldn't sort of had to take. So obviously be very careful. I don't want to scratch this thing or break anything on him, but who knows? I do want to give it a little bit of a test. Mikayla's just aired down. We went down to about 32 in the rear and 25 in the front.
Which feels like a lot for us. Like normally we're right down to like 18 straight away. Or 15, straight away. But obviously being a truck,
heavier,
we need to keep some of that air in the tyres.
Didn't want to go too low too early, but it's looking pretty good. These are Kenda tyres, which I've never really had anything to do with as well. So, but yeah, we're just going to go cruise around for a bit. If we end up in some gnarlier situations, whatever, we can air down a bit more. But super keen to just get out and tour in this thing and just see what it's like. We're into some tracks, and it is friggin' dark in here in these pine trees here in the rainforest here, and it's very overgrown. I might have to owe Mike a bit of a cut and polish. I think they're just leaves, but honestly, I've got the mirrors folded in this thing. It actually doesn't really feel that much wider than the patrol, so just got a little bit of a pretty good incline here. Actually, it's going to be quite interesting. Typical little Australian tight sort of bush track. So here we go. Well, did that actually quite easily. Did that very good with that the front sway bar disconnect on this thing. That's what separates this thing and the front rear diff locks from your petrol models. This is literally just the diff rubbing a little bit on the ground, which again, it's the only downfall to these things. But I guess a lot of your GQs and all that stuff, you know, their diffs hang pretty low as well. I think 37s on this thing would make a lot of difference, but I think it'd really sort of take away from that power and that fuel economy. The fuel economy's been pretty good on this thing so far, so maybe one of those things you have to just try the 37s, and just if it wrecks the car, you don't do it, or if it does, I don't know.
Pockets full like OD. I can move just how I move, cause don't nobody know me. Low key, still do more numbers than your face.
Alright, I just want to give you guys a bit of a look at where we're staying, because it's absolutely freaking awesome. So we're out here at Byfield here. This is called Forest Field camp stay. So it's actually a pretty cool story. When we did our 3-month trip here last time, we actually come out and stayed here, and I remember it was quite wet, and we pulled up just here to go and it's actually a little bit of rain drizzling down here at the moment, a little bit of sun shower. We actually pulled into the lawn here to register, and it was pretty wet. Us being rookies back then, or could happen to anyone, but it was extremely wet and slippery, and we ended up getting bogged with the freaking caravan on back in the Colorado. Had to air down, wreck their lawn. It was absolutely biggest rookie moment. But we're back here again at the same spots. This is literally like staying in a botanical garden. So it's $25 a night. That's up to 5 people per caravan camp or whatever, which is pretty cool. So we've got this nice whole area here to ourselves. It's literally like you got your own massive front yard. Got the fire there. They got firewood here for $10, like nice red gum. We have some beautiful fires, beautiful dinner. Got the van that's set up in the background here. Got the mat down there. I actually burnt a couple of holes in it the other night. Spewing as a brand new Sea Gear mat. What are you poking your head out the window for when I said that? What'd you do?
I left the mozzie coils on our chairs. I just have them sitting just on like the leg of the chair, and obviously as Josh has brought them back under the awning, they've fallen off through the night, and they burnt right through our Sea Gear mat.
Burnt massive holes. To give you a look, where there's one there, and then another massive one under there. So mozzie coils went through the friggin' mat, absolutely spewing. But it's been quite a overcast day today. We've got the solar panels out here. I've actually had quite a bit of people been asking a lot about these. These are the kick-ass 300-watt solar panels being put out some massive input. We've been getting that sort of anywhere from 16 up to even as max as nearly like 18 amps per panel, which is friggin' sweet. So we've been struggling a little bit for solar today, but still getting some through. It's just been overcast like this all day. But just want to show you guys this area here. Absolutely beautiful. We come here for 3, we've stayed 5. I think tonight's going to be our 5th night. So we're about to head out now, go for a bit of a look at Stony Creek, check out the area. Might even cook a little bit of a late lunch out there. We're hungry as hell, but just absolutely beautiful area. Dog friendly. George has been absolutely friggin' loving the place. So quiet out here, Rockhampton and Yeppoon at this time. Just into school holidays now when we're filming this. This is the Sunday Arvo. Quiet as hell out here. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit of leftover lamb from last night, so just chucked it on the cooker here. This thing is just so handy. We don't use it a massive amount, do
Only
we?
when we're on day trips and things like that.
Yeah, not a massive amount, but this is like $99 or something we got this from Mitre 10.
Back when we were in Broome, because when we were at Broome, we were flat out. We were on the beach like nearly all day, so we needed something to cook some lunch and dinner on.
Yeah, it's so freaking handy. Just again, this is leftover peas and corn, some potatoes, the lamb. Just chucked it on. Got some plates here, a bit of pasta salad. Pasta salad goes with everything. Yeah, CD. It's actually drizzling and rain. It's been overcast all day, and actually got a bit of it's bugger all, but a bit of rain here. But there's a few people sort of camping out at the moment. But just the creek and that here is just so freaking nice. So we're gonna warm. What do you even call this? It's like
in between lunch and dinner.
We haven't even had lunch, but
I don't know.
Anyway, this is gonna be so good. We're gonna enjoy this and then enjoy the area. So bloody relaxing sitting here. We're just literally saying it felt like yesterday that we're here. 3 years.
3 years ago. But
3 years ago, and we're just saying how much has changed of the car we're in, our situation and all that. Like it's just
Crazy.
It's pretty cool. We're just sitting here. It's just like so with the rain like sort of drizzling on the creek here. The creek is so clear. It's making it so inviting for a swim.
I know.
I think it'd be pretty cold, and I've only got my knickers, so I don't know if it'd be very, very welcome for me to jump in, especially in a cold creek in mid jogs. But it's just so nice just sitting here, just hanging out. Just going to really enjoy this for a bit, and then carry on back to camp. Alrighty, we're out here at Byfield, so I'm actually sitting right in front of Big Sandy here. This is kind of the gateway into Five Rocks, down the beach here, some amazing country. We come back here, we're here about 3 years ago on our first trip. We actually went back and watched the episode we were here last night. That was back when no one gave a hell about us and no one watched it, so it's so cool to go back and have a bit of a look. We're here in the Colorado. It was just so friggin' good. I got Mikayla up here. It's looking nice and soft. We did get the heads up that it's pretty soft, pretty dry, pretty chopped out. Hasn't been much rain around here at the moment, so got the drone up just to check to make sure no one's coming down the other way or whatever. So yeah, time to gonna go 4 low. Pretty choppy, so I'm gonna chuck the rear diff lock in, I think, just to make sure, and then we're gonna just get into it. Alright, yeah, let's get into it. 3rd gear, low range. That's choppy. Oh, that is choppy. Oh, don't lose momentum, baby. Holy hell! Holy hell, I can't back off! Man, that's choppy. Oh, I think I'm at the top. Man, that is rough. Oh god, that was good. That was so fun. Did it so easily. And I've been looking at other cars. I've been driving other cars, and I know we want the bigger rig for the bigger tone and stuff, but man, this car's good. Oh, it's so good. I couldn't picture life without it. Well, that was friggin' grouse fun. I'm just walking back down. It's not really a track you can, Mikayla's on the way up, it's not really a track you can just sort of go down halfway, turn around and come back up. So I was trying to see where she is to bring her back up. Oh, here she is. How you going, love? Oh, she's rooted. It's so good. There's about, it's kind of 2 to 3 different lines. Like from the guys were saying about Mikayla, the left one was definitely the deepest and roughest, so if you want a bit of a challenge, go left at this time. The right one was quite more simpler. I'm having a look at it now. It actually wasn't too bad. So yeah, D-Max just went up there, so that was rough though.
But isn't that the wrong way? Because if that's
I
meant
think
to
that's
stick left, so if a car's coming down, they'd...
I think that's how it's meant to work. Like that is meant to be the down track, so that's why it's a bit smoother. But yeah, that's why it's handy having that drone up.
Well, and they didn't get on the UHF.
No one's on the UHF, so yeah, UHF drone, just to triple check, because people, you got to be scooting up here. But that was sick.
Yeah.
All right, onwards from here. All right, we're just starting to get onto the track that goes down. We can actually drive down and be right near Five Rocks there. So good little tip. And of course, it's the most scratchiest friggin' track, and we've got our brand new bush barriers delivered up to Brisbane for us, and then of course we went and borrowed Mike's Ram and went to Kenilworth and left him at his shop, and it wasn't worth going back 3 hours to get him, so we got him shipped up to Cairns waiting for us. And kind of wishing I did go back and get him. But anyway, as soon as you get down, is he pretty close to the beach? You got to turn left if you want to come down here. This is what got us last time. It's called Death Valley or something like Death Valley Road or something like that. You sort of go left and just follow your nose there. So starting to get into the scratchy stuff now. It's going to be pretty steep coming up, pretty ruddy, but bloody keen. Alright, we're into the flexi bit here. This is the first kind of real flex I've done with these new airbags in the back of the car, and man, I can tell the difference. Like through here, usually the front would be one to sort of lift a bit, or you can sort of really feel, I'm just feeling the rear is just doing its thing, flexing amazingly. This is actually, I'm really impressed. So on the airbag system it got on here, you can actually, it's got a little valve underneath that you can, so usually when I'm towing in that, I've got it flicked on, so each individual bag, air's going to go to each one, and it's going to hold there. So it's got a little valve in the middle that you flick it, and air's going to be transferred between each bag. So as we're going down the track there on the flexi stuff, as one tyre sort of tucks up, it's emptying the air from that bag, stiffening the other one, which is just going to help that HPMC system really get the most flex out of it. So can't wait to go back up that hill. That's going to be so freaking fun. So bloody beautiful down here at Five Rocks. We've got our signature dish on for lunch, which is our sausage and bread with a bit of tomato sauce. It's just such the easiest sort of day trip on our little Campmaster cooker here. Such a simple setup, but it's so freaking good. I know there's been so much, we've been talking so much American trucks lately, and we've been driving them and loving them, but that track there, that was tight. Like there was tree cover that was solid tree, and it was pretty low. So if you were a big 4-inch 37 truck with a canopy, it would be close. I know blokes have come down here in their trucks, which is no dramas, but that's one track that definitely sort of wake me up a little bit. I'm like, that would be, you'd bet doable, but you definitely have to scratch the hell out of your car. But we're just gonna enjoy it here. This is so nice having a sunny day, hearing that ocean out there, a couple of sausages, so good. She was nice and soft getting off the beach. We've been down to 15 psi this whole time here, so heading back up this hill now, so it should be enough to just crawl it. Soft but not massive soft. I've got the rear diff lock in just to help me through it. Oh yeah, she's just walking through. That's so good, so good. Definitely got those tyres right down. We got fresh bloody, we got fresh bloody KM3 muddies on too, so ultimate grip. There's a couple of big ones right at the end there.
Alright, we finished up our lunch over at 5 Rocks and we laid down on the beach for a bit. It was awesome, just laying in the sun, no wind, hearing the waves, awesome. So we drove back up the track. Now we've come onto 9 Mile Beach and we've stopped at Freshwater Creek, and the water is so clear and just it's so nice. So I think we're going to keep driving along the beach and see what else we can find. Just come back to the van after such a nice day out. It's so good just to get out and go on a day trip. I feel like we haven't done that in ages. So now we're back. I thought we'd make a nice roast chicken for dinner. So yeah, got some chicken ready to go and some veggies, and we're going to chuck it on the Weber. Already had the Weber preheating for maybe like the last 10 minutes while we were getting the chicken ready. So on she goes, and we'll see it in about, try for an hour to start off with. The moment of truth, it's been an hour. Oh, that looks perfect. I'm gonna go inside and plate it up and we're ready to eat.